our objective is interpret a multiplication equation as a comparison. What? Oh my gosh. What's the nickname for multiplication? Go.
Times.
Times. Good. Times, right? Multiplication means times. But remember, we're moving away from that nickname lingo. We're going into the official vocab, okay? Saying that it's multiplication, right? So interpret a multiplication equation as a comparison. So comparison meaning greater than, less than, or equal to. Does that seem familiar?
Yes.
Right? So is this number bigger than this other number? Is it smaller than this other number, or is it the same, right? Yes, Isaac.
I have a game on my iPad called Times Table Treasure Hunt, but the maximum in multiplication gets to 12 times 12.
Oh, okay, that's okay. Yeah, that's fun though. Sounds fun and helpful, right? Yeah. So feel free to keep playing that because that will help a lot with your multiplication facts. Okay. And that brought up something too. What I like to do in my class is, if I ask a question, okay, I'll usually give you some time to think about it, and then when I snap, that's when you answer. Okay. Or if I say go, or if I say, Jenny, what's the answer, right? So you have to be kind of alert and ready, okay? But most often I'll say, what's 2 times 3? Go, and then you'll say it, okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
I like to do things. Okay, here we go. We gotta get going. So, can you please flip to the place value side of your whiteboard? Place value chart side of your whiteboard, excuse me. And Elizabeth, let me see if I have an answer for you. Did a lot of you forget markers today?
No.
Okay, if you have a spare that a friend can use, could you do that? Could you, like, here's and you can write on it with your marker. Alright, cool. Same jump. Christian, can it wait or are you gonna explode? Because we gotta get started with the lesson. You can wait? Okay. Awesome. So, do me a favor, show 4 ones. Okay? Show me 4 ones in your place value chart. Take your dry erase marker. Show me 4 ones in your place value chart. So you may have to label the chart first. Okay? You may have to label the chart first. And then show me 4 ones. And I want you to show it with this. Okay?
Justice.
Yep. And that. Show 4 ones. Should look like mine. I know, sorry now. Okay, quickly, don't spend too much time labeling it. Just kind of put 1, 10, 100,000, and then get going, okay? All right, next. Show 4 tens. Show 4 tens. 4 tens. Keep them together. So 4 ones and then 4 tens. All right, cool. Here's the next one. Okay. Actually, pause really quick. Okay. How many ones do I have? Go. 4. Then remember, wait till I snap. Okay. How many tens do I have? Go. 4. Good. What number is this?
44.
Good. So right now we're showing 44 in our place value chart. Okay. So let's see what's next. Okay. So unit form. This might be a little review or this might be new. Okay. Unit form means that there's a number and then a word. Okay. And I'll show you what that means in a second. So a number and then a word. So this means that we have 4 ones. And how many tens?
4 tens.
4 tens. Okay? So this number, 44, okay, that's standard form. Right here is standard form. And right here is unit form. Say unit form.
Uniform.
Go ahead and point to it on my board and say unit form.
Uniform.
Good. Point to this one and say standard form.
Standard form.
Good. Okay. Everybody understand?
Yes.
So on unit form, there's a number and then a word. The number is how many there are, and the word is what place value it is, right? So 4 tens, 4 ones. Okay? All right. So that's in unit form. Oops. And then we already said it in standard form. It's just 44. Okay? So we're going to talk more about that a little bit next week. We're going to talk about expanded form, standard form, unit form, all that a little more next week. Okay? But this is like a introduction to that. Okay? All right. You may erase your boards. Okay? We're going to move on a little bit.
Do we keep the labels though?
Keep your labels. That's smart. Yeah. Keep your labels if you can. If not, that's okay. But
Um,
if you already erased it, that's fine. Alright, but erase your board and then actually do me a favor and go ahead and close your folder for right now because I want you just looking up here and watch it for a couple minutes.
this is like Annie.
Hey, that doesn't require voices. Does not require voices. So you're going to erase it and then just close your folder real quick. And I'll wait until everyone has it closed so that way we're not distracted. There you go. There you go. Alright. Whoa. Okay, nice and close so I know that you're going to be looking up here instead of drawing, okay? And make sure you're not drawing on your label or anything too, okay? You're just looking up here. Just give me your attention for a few minutes and then we'll move on, okay? So we're going to show on here that 110 is 10 times as many as 1 1, okay? So here's 1 1, okay? 1 1, and here is 1 10, okay? Now, how many discs? Think about it. How many discs are in each place value up here? Go. 1, right? There's 1 in each. However, okay, in reality, this number right here, 1 1, okay, looks like this. And this number right here, 110, if I were to show it in ones, right? Takes a little time. There we go. Okay, looks like that, right? One of these multiplied by 10 is going to look like this. Amen? Amen. Good. Yeah, and you can respond with amen. That's why I check to see that you guys are with me when I do that. Okay? So, one of these multiplied by 10 looks like this. But we don't put this in our place value chart. Why? Think about it. Think about it. Don't raise your hand quite yet. Why do we not put 10 little dots in this guy? Talk with your group for 30 seconds. Go. All right, cool. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Beautiful. Christian, you want to answer? Okay, go ahead. Good. Okay. Yeah. So you're on the right track. You're on the right track, but there's a different answer that I'm looking for. But you have the right mindset. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Azul, go ahead.
So, we can't have 10 ones and ones because 10 makes 110. So then you're gonna have to bundle them up and move them over to the ones.
Good. Yes, you're also on the right track. You guys, like with your answers combined, we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. All right. Yovia, go ahead.
So you don't put the 10 ones and 10 because that will make 100.
Make 100. Good. That's kind of what I'm looking for, but you guys are on the right track, right? So, this right here, if I put it right here, okay? So this is kind of what Azul is saying. And there, sorry. Okay. There we go. So if I would put that right there, how many ones do I have? Go.
10.
10, right? 10 ones. But can I have a 2-digit number in a place value?
No.
No, right? I can't have more than 9 in a place value. So we've got to bundle those and move them over, and that's what we get right there, right? So this is still 10, right? However, when we show it on the place value chart, there's 0 ones and 1 10. What number is this right here? 10, right? So it's the same thing, but in order to be accurate, right, in order to be correct, we have to move it over a place value, okay? Because this right here is 10 times as large as this. All right? Questions on that? You guys are good?
Yeah.
Okay. Elizabeth, go ahead and put cap on marker. Okay, put it down. All right. Cool. So then, too, what Yuvia was saying, if we were to put that same thing in the tens place, almost there. Thank you for your patience. Okay. I have how many tens right now? Go.
10.
10, right? Can I have a 2-digit number in a place value?
No.
No. So I gotta bundle it, right? Which just means. So I circle it, move it over. 10 of these shrinks into how many? 1 when it moves over, right? Shrinks into 1. So then this is 0 right here, right? Because these guys all moved over there. So I have 0 tens. How many hundreds? 1. Can I leave the ones place blank?
No.
No, what do I put there?
0.
0, okay? And there's 100, right? You guys kind of see what's happening here?
Yeah.
So the main point I want to show you, okay? Let me flip over here, okay? Is that 110, okay? So 110, if I had one guy right here, is 10 times as much as 1 1, right? Because like one of these guys and one of these guys are not equivalent. 10 of these guys and one of these guys are, right? 10 times as big. So what I want to point out to you today, it's going to be super important for math or for homework, okay? Is that every time you go up on a place value, you get 10 times as large, right? It gets 10 times bigger. So you almost take what you put here and multiply it by 10 to move over, right? And then you multiply it by 10 to move over. So let's say I had 100, okay? That's it, just 100. But if I multiplied that by 10, this becomes, right? Okay? Multiplied it by 10, made 10 copies of it, but I can't have 10 in a place value, so I gotta bundle it. Becomes 1,000, right? 1 0 0 0. So 100, or sorry, let me scoot back. Thank you. 1,000 is 10 times as large as 100. Okay? Make sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. So we're gonna move on a little bit. Now you guys get to write a little bit, okay? So you're gonna do, so now we're gonna move into other numbers, right? We were doing 1 and 10 and that sort of thing, okay? So now we're gonna do 10 times as much as 2 ones. And so this is kind of what Christian was talking about earlier. So we're getting into that, okay? So show me 2 ones. And then after you do the 2 ones, multiply it by 10, okay? Physically multiply it by 10, make 10 copies of that. And then you gotta bundle it and move it over. I'm gonna give you some time to work on that. You may go ahead, Nora.
10 and
Christian.
the ones.
2 tens, and then multiply that by 10. Okay, and then two what's? 2 ones. And then multiply that by 10. Think about what 2 times 10 is. And that will help. Okay? So like make 10 copies of this, and then you may have to move it over too. Okay? Christian, if you saw
Nora did.
Nora did, and then you can go through. You go through.
Can I go?
When Nora did. Okay. All right. So take what you have right here and multiply it by 10. So 2 times 10. Okay. And then you may have to bundle it and move it over. Try it out. Try it out. You're gonna be drawing a lot of dots today. We might be at recess by then. So potentially.
So you just
Like how you guys are helping each other out. Good. Don't be afraid to help teach each other a little bit. Good. So make 10 copies of that. So what is 2 times 10? So you're going to make 20 dots in there. Okay. So a lot of drawing, but nice. Okay, close, right? You made, you multiplied by 10, we're going to multiply, or we're going to have 2 copies of that. Okay? Because we started with 2 and then we multiplied it by 10, so there should be 20. So you're halfway there. So we start with 2 and then multiply it by 9. What is 2 times 2? And then add 20 dots. So you guys are halfway there. That's what we were doing before, but now we started with 2. We want to multiply by 10. All right, cool. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Go ahead and pause. Okay? Pause what you're doing. I'm gonna go over that, and if you weren't able to finish, that's okay. You can follow along with me on your whiteboard, okay? Or if you did it incorrectly, you can follow along on your whiteboard as well, okay? So we started with 2, and then we want to show 10 times as much as that, okay? So what we were doing right before this was 10 times as much as 1, right? But now we're doing 10 times as much as 2. So essentially the equation we're doing is 10 times 2. Does everybody understand that part?
Yes.
So we're starting with 2 and doing 10 times that, okay? 10 times that. So we can make 10 copies of this, right? So this is 1 copy. Here's 2 copies, 3 copies, 4 copies, 5 copies. So far, how much is that? 10. Good. So I'm halfway there, right? Or that's 5 copies. We're getting to 10, right? So then there's 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay? So check out my 10 frames. You guys see that? How I put it in a 10 frame? And I separated them out? That will help, right? Because then as soon as you see that, you can be like, oop, that's 10 right away, right? So how many 10s do I have right now? I don't have 20 10s. I have 2 10s, right? Or 21s. I have 21s. So can I have 20 in a place value?
No.
No. So I got to do what? Bundle. Good. So I circle one group of 10, cross it out, move it over. Okay? And then I circle the other group of 10, cross it out, move it over, okay? So now that 21s has become 2 10s, and how many ones?
0.
0 1. Is this making sense?
Yes.
Okay. You ready to try another one?
Yes.
Okay, eraser you have, but keep your labels. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Go ahead and put hundreds and thousands on there, and then you should be good. Just an H and then a T. And I want you ready to move on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Erase. We're gonna do another. There you go. And 0. All right. Cool. So now we're gonna try 10 times as many as 4 10s. So everybody put 4 10s in your place value chart. Should look like 9. 4 10s in your place value chart. We're gonna walk through this one together, okay? So 4 10s in your place value chart. Nice. And that's it. That's it so far. And we're gonna do 10 times as much as that. Okay. All right. Ready to move on?
Yes.
Okay, now everybody make 10 copies of that. So here's 1 copy. We need 9 more copies of that. Okay? It's going to take some time, but you can do it. Okay? I'm gonna pause and come see how you're doing. Okay. So don't check mine quite yet. Keep working on yours. You can also talk to your neighbor and see how they did. You're not gonna bundle quite yet. Just work on getting that 10 copies of 4.
I already did it. 10 copies?
Yeah, don't do
I
the bundle.
said 9.
Well, 9 more. You need a total of 10, but 9 more. You need 10 copies of 4 tens. Okay, we gotta wait though. We gotta wait. Yes, you may. All right, give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you noticing it's a little difficult to put it in 10 frames still? That's slightly, but that's okay. Okay. So I saw a lot of you do this, and I thought it was good. I think it can be helpful. So like there's 1 copy of 4, 2 copies of 4, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay. So if it doesn't look quite like that, that's okay. Okay. So right now we have how many 10s? Before we bundle, how many 10s do we have?
Like 40.
Yes, 40. Because we did what? We started before and did what?
Added 10.
Did we add 10?
No, multiply.
Multiply by 10. Good. Okay. What is 4 times 10? Go.
40.
40. Good. All right, I know we just did a lot. So everybody do me a favor. Take a deep breath with me. Ready, go. All right. Cool. All right, we can move on. Here we go. So, can I have 2 digits in a place value?
No.
No. Okay. So that means I got to bundle by 10s. Okay, I'm going to use a different color because it'll get a little confusing. So start, if you have not already, group them by 10s and start moving them over. Okay? So I'll give you a couple minutes to do that. Ready, go. How's it going?
Good.
I know it's hard because they might be in funky shapes or whatnot, but you guys have got it. You're doing great. So remember, in order to bundle, they have to be in groups of 10. Okay? I know the way I had it was like groups of 8, but remember it has to be 10. So mine look like little beans or something. Okay? So just be mindful of that.
I look weird.
Okay? That's okay. It's okay if they look weird. Yeah. Nice job, you guys. Okay, great. Even if you're not done, that's okay. All right, but we do have to move on. So, how many hundreds do I now have? Go.
4.
4. And all of these are gone, right? I crossed them out. They're donezo, okay? So, how many do I have in my 10s now?
4.
My 10s?
Oh, 0.
0, okay. Good. And how many of my 1s?
4.
Oh, my friends, in my 1s place. 0. Okay, awesome. So our answer to 4 10s times 10, okay, it's not 4 1s times 10. This is 4 10s times 10 is actually 400.
That's not
Okay.
times.
It is.
Multiply.
Well, but when we don't say 4 multiply 10, right? the operation is multiplication, right? So if I'm saying, oh, when I do 4 times what operation is that? You say multiplication. You don't say times. That's what I mean. But thank you for checking me on that.
Can we say like 4 multiplied by 10?
You can, but that's a lot. So I know I confused you a little bit. So when we're saying, like, you know, this problem right here, you can say 4 multiplied by 12, but in the real world they do say 4 times 12. Okay? But it's more so like when I say, hey, what operation is this? You guys don't say times, you say multiplication. That's more what I mean. Okay? But when we're actually doing the action, you can say times. Or when we have this, we can say 12 subtract 4, right? People do say that, but more often than not, you'll hear 12 what? Minus 4, okay? Or even take away 4. But, all right, anyway, we gotta move on. So go ahead and erase those boards. I'm gonna give you your homework, okay? But I'm gonna teach you a little bit of the stuff on the homework before I turn you loose, okay? So you can erase your whiteboards totally. And who are your paper monitors?
No line of no rod in a left. I will launch it.
And paper monitors, you can put the extras in the 4th grade extras bin, okay? Nora, did you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Alexia, did you hear me? Put the extras in the bin when you're done, okay? The extras bin. Yes. Okay. You may go, Avery, because you did ask next, and then it'll be recess time for y'all, okay? So you gotta wait. Okay, we gotta move quick because I gotta show you some stuff on the homework before I turn you loose. All right, give me 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. So your whiteboard should be erased. Okay. Should be erased. So Elizabeth, you can put that away. Okay. And now you're looking up here with a pencil. Okay. Before you do anything, I did not tell you to start. Okay. Before you do anything, you need to write your name right now on that paper. Write your name. Date doesn't totally matter, but you can write it if you want. It's the 18th of August.
That's just homework.
Yep. Okay.
First homework of the day.
Everybody got their name on it. All right. Cool. Okay. Good. All right. So I'm moving on without you. Okay. If you're not listening, that's on you. All right. So label the place value charts. Fill in the blank to make the following statements true. Draw place value discs in the chart to show how you got your answer, okay? So this is going to be huge, my friend. So always starting on the far right, what place value is it?
1.
1. Then what? 10. What? Then what?
100.
Then what?
1,000.
And that's pretty much what you'll be working with today, okay? It says label the place value charts. So does that mean you need to label all of them?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So then it says 10 times 4 ones. So I'm going to start with 4 ones, and we're using discs, okay? 10 times 4 ones. So then you're going to make 10 copies of that, okay? It's just like we were doing in the lesson. Make 10 copies of that, bundle it over, okay? That sort of thing. But now, this is the important bit, okay? That part you know how to do, so I'm not going to go into that as much. You need to hear this, so make sure you're not working right now. I'm going to wait until you pause. Okay, great. So right up here, this looks a little confusing, but that's why I'm going to explain it to you. So it says 10 times 4 ones equals blank ones. So what is 10 times 4 ones? Go.
40. No, 40.
You got it. You got it. What is it? 10 times 4 ones?
40.
40. Period. 40. Okay? Which means that this blank right here is 40 ones, right? So 10 times 4 ones equals 40 ones. Okay? That's what you're writing right there. 40 ones. And then after that, after you bundle and everything, okay, then you're going to write what you have right here, which should be, okay, this is a spoiler. I'm still going to have you do the work part on this, okay? But then after you bundle and stuff, can I have 40 ones in my place value chart?
No.
No. So we bundle, they come over, and it gives me 4 what?
10.
Tens. Okay? So then you're going to write the unit form as your answer. Okay? So go ahead and write that in so that way when you do the rest of your homework, you know what's up. Okay?
Can we just do that first problem? Because I'm still yeah, can we at first I thought
Sure.
it was like you would do.
Sure. Let me double check that I don't have to explain the other parts. Okay, so yeah, let me explain this first and then I can go from there, okay?
Oh, we have this one too.
I skipped this one for you guys, huh? Okay, yeah, I think I purposely didn't copy that one. So you have, what number is it on the back?
4.
4. Okay, so I skipped 3 too. I might have messed up. Can you cross out number 4 for me?
Cross out.
Yeah. You don't need to go all crazy and like go like this. Just put an X, okay? Waste a lot of time if we do that. So you should have 5 then. Okay, 5's like your last one, and then 6. 4. Number 4. Just kind of put an X here. There,
So we don't have to do numbers. 4.
correct. If it's crossed out, you don't need to do it. Okay? So basically, you're gonna do 1 ABC. Okay? 1 ABC. Then you're gonna skip to 5. Okay? So then on 5, fill in the blanks to make the statement true. So 4 times as much as 3 is blank. So 4 times as much as 3, which is just 4 times 3. What is 4 times as much as 3? Go. 12. Okay? And you're just going to fill in the rest from there.
So it's like just multiplication.
Kind of. But make sure you read what it's saying. Okay? And then 6, you're just going to read it and try your best to solve it. Okay? It might be a little tricky, but you can
I
try.
already know how to solve it.
All right, I'm going back here. So, and then we got to go to recess, okay? So, 4 ones, we start with 4 ones, and we're doing 10 times that, okay? So now you're going to make 10 copies of that 4 ones, okay?
So this is the same thing that we did.
Yes, except we're a place value over, okay? So it's, your answer's not going to be 400, it's going to be something else, okay? And if you have to go outside the chart, that's fine.
Really? Okay. Because like, when I came back to the back of my eye, you would do. How much is it? It's maybe the same. Well, I just got confused.
That's okay. That's okay. So then, I'm gonna move on just because we gotta go, okay? But I started with 4 ones. Guys, keep your voices up. I started with 4 ones. I multiplied it by 10. How many ones do I have now?
40.
40. How much?
40.
40. Okay. So then I got a bundle, which means I group them in groups of 10 and move them over. That part I'm leaving you to do, okay? All right.